Hey beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nadia, and in today's video we are going to talk about how to stay fresh and clean in this summer heat. It is May. I live in Mississippi. It is 87 degrees outside. The humidity is 65% and it feels like 96 degrees. So we are burning up down here. Every day when I go outside, by the time I come from outside and get home, I am sweating under my boobs. For those of you that have boobs or are not in the small boob club anymore, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sweating under my boobs, I'm sweating under my butt cheeks, my seats are leather. It is just like hot and crazy outside. So I felt like I needed to do a video to show you guys how to, because we're all going to have to practice taking extra steps to make sure that we're not extra sweaty or stinky or anything like that, because this summer is definitely going to be a hot one. So we're going to jump right into the video. All of these things, you know, it may seem like a lot when you're doing these things, but you're doing these things throughout the day. So you're definitely taking, you know, precaution on each one of these steps to make sure that your body is holding up by the time, you know, you're out and about at work, running errands, or doing whatever else you need to do. By the time you come home, you still want to be fresh. Some of these things you can kind of carry with you throughout the day, but the worst thing is trying to put a smell good scent over a stinky scent. So we want to make sure that we are smelling good throughout the whole day as far as our body and our skin. So if you do have to reapply your perfume or something like that, you're not putting it over a foul odor. So the first thing that I want to talk about, we'll just start with this one because this one is going to kind of sit out by itself. When you use the bathroom, you want to make sure that you are using wet wipes. I don't care if you're doing number one, I don't care if you're doing number two. You're like wiping at first, use your wet wipes. When your wet wipes, and I know some people say that they don't like the wet feeling of the wet wipes. So once you have cleansed yourself with the wet wipes, then go over with the tissue to kind of, you know, take a last clean or dry yourself, or so to speak. But make sure you are using wet wipes, because the last thing you want is to be outside sweaty. If you have to do, we'll say number two, and you are not in a place that you can take a shower, you're not extra clean because you wiped yourself with tissue and then you're having to be out in public. So if you have to wipe yourself with wet wipes. That way that's giving you the extra wet feeling that gives you like a little closer to clean feeling, and then go on top of it and, you know, take the extra step and use tissue afterward. Because let's be honest, sometimes you may be out in public and if something hits you and you can't hold it, wet wipes is gonna save your life. So next thing is towels. Towels. I do not use loofahs. I have told you guys a million times by now that loofahs are not good. They hold so much bacteria in them. Now, if you can find an African neck cloth, then those are great, but I have not been able to find any that I feel like are genuine African neck cloths. The one person that I do know that sells them, I just realized that I never did place the order with her to order the cloth, but you know, they sell them on Amazon. But with those on Amazon, I just really don't know which ones are the real thing, so I have not taken that chance. So what I use are towels, regular old washcloths. Now I have two right here because I want to show you guys, talk to you guys about the difference in these two washcloths. They probably look, you know, normal or the same or whatever. You're probably like, Nadia, what is the difference on those washcloths? Well, I decided one day that I wanted, this is one of my older ones, I decided one day that I wanted to, I want some pretty washcloths. I say older because this is a brown one that used to match my decorations. But this is a perfect example because of how it feels. But the washcloths that I wanted were like this. They were square, you know, with the little design, like the little ridges or whatever you want to call it right here, the design. And the towels look like this. So I have them in gray. I think I bought them in gray, and I bought them in, I don't know, another color. Anyways, so, and then I have a bunch of these regular old white washcloths, okay? So the difference on these two washcloths is, for one, I hate these. I will use these. If I use these, they, or like and I have a ton of towels So these have to be the last ones that I grab for. I don't grab for them that often. I always tend to grab for the white ones that I have. Reason being is these are rough. These towels are rougher than these. These towels are so freaking soft. So when you put water on them, they feel like they're just gliding on your skin, just like really just sliding across the water in your skin with the soap. They don't do anything for me. So I don't use those towels. I use these plain old white washcloths. And when I go to buy them now, and it's crazy because they're the cheaper ones. They are the ones most of the time that come in the packs, but they are rough. The roughness is an extra layer of exfoliation. I call myself trying to be fancy and buy those soft and pretty towels that are like $5 a towel, and I ended up hating them with a passion. They just sit in there. I literally will move them to the bottom of the stack and grab for these rough towels, the ones that come in the pack. Because of the exfoliation, you need the scrub. When in the summertime, like I said, it's gonna be sweaty. So you need to, when you take a shower or bath or whatever you take, you're gonna need the scrub. You're gonna need to be able to scrub under your armpits, on your inner thighs, anywhere that you may have extra sweat, under your butt, like anything like that. You're gonna need the extra exfoliation and the extra scrub that you're gonna get from a rough towel. You're not gonna get that from one of these soft fancy towels. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is, since we're talking about scrubbing, is an actual scrub. So of course I use these the regular way like everybody else does. I also use these scrubs to scrub under my armpits. I will scrub in my inner thigh. I will scrub anywhere that I feel like sweat as an extra scrub. Of course I do my arms and legs, all that stuff, but I do it softer. I have to do my armpits softer also because they're kind of sensitive. They burn if I scrub them too hard. But I make sure that I'm scrubbing in any place that I do possibly, you know, sweat. I don't scrub under my boobs. My boobs have grown, so I do sweat under there now. Not used to that, so it drives me crazy. And but one thing you can do is you can put a powder under there, but it needs to be talc free or whatever. So I have not found one that I can use. I have not found one to give you guys an example of what, you know, if I like it or not, but that is an option if you want to use a powder under your boob. It's just something that I'm gonna have to do because I've been sweating under mine every single day. It's just the truth of what it is. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is what I actually use when I bathe. So I normally bathe 2 or 3 times. I will bathe twice with my washcloth, and then I have the scrub brush that I showed you guys before. Okay, so, or I'll use one of these scrub brushes that I have. They feel so good, also an exfoliant, but it's very soft because of what it's made out of. I'll use this like the 3rd time that I bathe. So when I use this brush, I normally put whatever my scented or smell good body wash is. I'll use that on this and do this. This is the one that I do like for the 3rd time, my last bathe. My first one, as always, especially in the summer months, I use Dr. Bronner's cast iron soap to bathe. If you're not gonna use it any other time of the year, use it during the summer. This right here gives you the most squeaky clean feeling that and I know a lot of people are like, why are you using the peppermint? Like, some people get why I use the peppermint because of how clean it makes you feel. Just imagine the way the peppermint in your mouth feels cold, really clean, like you get that blowing feeling and that everybody does when something is cold in their mouth. That is what the Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap does to your body. So imagine feeling like that, like off of your first clean when you take a shower. It's amazing. So that's why I use this one. I do not care for the baby scented one. So that was the first one that I initially was gonna start using, but once I smelled it, I didn't really like the scent of it. So I tried the peppermint and I love it. It has not caused me any problems. You feel extra clean no matter where you use it at. Yes, I do use it down below, and I have been using it, swearing by it, for years. If you guys go back on my house, even some of my oldest videos, you will see that I have been using this for a very, very long time. I love it. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is it's summertime. I've never really dealt with dry skin, but I've been noticing lately that my skin has been extra dry, especially, like I said, my feet. But my skin has been extra dry, so I wanted to try the new Dove Body Love collection. This is the Moisture Boost. and this is the pre-cleansed shower butter. Okay, so I use this. It has hyaluronic serum and moringa oil in it. I used this last night for the first time. I thought it was gonna be kind of slick, like runny, but it's not. It's kind of hold, but it's slick, but it's kind of hold. I don't know. It's kind of, that makes sense. No. Okay. I expected it to be more creamy, like a loose cream, but it's not. It's kind of like a solid cream. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, it smells really, really good. So what you do is you put this on when you are in the shower before you use the cleanser. You put this on. See it? That's how it goes on, or that's what it looks like. And I thought it was gonna be runny, but it's not. So you put this on before you use the body cleanser, and when I tell you guys, it feels so good. It kind of feels like you're putting on in shower body lotion to me. So once you use that, then you use the Moisture Boost Body Cleanser. It has the same thing, hyaluronic serum and moringa oil. And we all love Dove, so you guys know that this is great. The lather on this is amazing. Y'all know my favorite body wash is this Dryness Relief by Dove, and I always talk to you guys about how, let me show you that again so y'all can be sure to know. I always tell you guys about how this lather on this Dryness Relief, you can feel the moisture in the lather. This was the same exact way. It feels so good on your skin. It has a very thick lather, and I could feel between this and using that pre-cleanse, I could feel the moisture just seeping into my skin while I was using it. When you can tell that it's moisturizing just from how the lather feels on your skin, you know that the product is really good. So I love this one just as much as I love that Dove Dryness Relief. And for me to love a body wash for what it does and not just what it smells like, it's really big, because I don't use a lot of products. Like for instance, how I rave about this Dr. Bronner's, it's because it's something I use over and over and over and over again, so I constantly rebuy it. I don't normally rebuy a lot of body washes because a lot of times I buy them, if I do rebuy them like that, it's because of how they smell. It's not because, oh, you know, it felt so good, or it felt like this, or it may feel like that. Normally it's because of the scent. Well, that Dove Dryness Relief, it smells really, really good, but I love the way it makes my body feel. So this is my extra one. I rebuy it all the time. Like anytime I run out of it since I've started using it, because of how it feels. And especially during this heat, this dryness with the humidity down here, I need all of the moisture I can get, because it is gonna be a killer summer and it ain't nothing we can do about it. But so like this Moisture Boost, this Moisture Boost is for dry, dehydrated skin. No sulfates, parabens, #1 dermatologist recommended, pH balanced, plant-based cleansers, it's gentle as water. So yeah, it just goes to show, it's Dove. It's great just like the rest of their products are. So those right now are my two favorite body washes. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the feminine soap that I'm using. Myself, like everybody else, we have been using the Honey Pot since the Honey Pot became the Honey Pot and they blew up or whatever. But I told you guys, what's it been now? About a couple of months ago, I stopped using the Honey Pot for one because I couldn't find it. Like it was in none of the stores. It wasn't online, on their website, Target. I could not find it anywhere. So I switched, and now we all know why we haven't been able to find it. So in that time, I switched to the L brand. Now, mind you, when I switched to all the natural products and all of that stuff, I switched to the L brand tampons and pads and panty liners and stuff like that. I don't recall back then them having a wash, because I feel like I would have gotten that too, but I don't recall them back then having a wash. So, and I guess by that time I was using Honey Pot or whatever, so it was just, I never did pay attention to it until I stopped being able to find Honey Pot. Then I was like, oh, why haven't I tried the L brand? L brand, that's the brand of the tampons that I love, that I have been using for years. So I gave it a try, and what I noticed was I started being irritated by the Honey Pot feminine wash. And it was like, of course I was like loving it. All this time I've loved the product. I never had any problems with it. So when I started being irritated by it, I paid attention to the irritation because I felt it like every single time I would get in the shower. But I didn't stop using it because I guess in the back of my head it's like, really, what is the irritation from? I don't know. But I never chalked it up to it being that wash from the Honey Pot because I never had a problem before. But I had been irritated for it had been irritating me for months. And I was like, something is wrong. So I knew I was gonna end up switching, but I was forced to switch once they stopped having them in stores. So once I switched to the L brand, my irritation stopped almost immediately. And I realized that my skin down there was dry or whatever on one side. So when I switched to the L brand, I have not had the irritation since then. My skin is not dry like it was because I get down there and I look and I check. One side of my skin down there was dry and the other side was normal. And so it was bothering me because I'm like, why does it, like I could tell that it was dry. You could tell that the skin was dry. So I was like, okay, I had to switch anyway. So when I switched to the L brand, the irritation completely stopped, and it's been like a month or so since I've been using this and I have not had any problems. And I can tell that there's like a little bit of moisture back into my skin down there. Like I have no problems whatsoever. So I'm just gonna stick to the L brand, and then after all of the stuff that's happening supposedly with Honey Pot, I mean that's that. But it has a pump just like the other ones do. And the L brand has no fragrances, no sulfates, no parabens with vitamin E. That's the thing that we want, and that is what the problem was starting to be with the other ones. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is hair. I know there are some people who do not like to get rid of the hair on their body or go bald. Of course, most of us shave our armpits and stuff like that. That's normal. And I know there are people that say, oh, hair is there for a reason. But hair is going to make you sweat. You're going to sweat. You don't want the sweat and the hair and all of that in this summertime because you're not going to like the way it smells. So y'all know I tried waxing. Y'all know I tried to give it a try. And Lord have mercy, all it took was one time and I was like, I'm not doing this. It's not something that I wanted to get used to. So in my inner thigh, I don't put this, so I use Nair, okay? So let's be clear. I only put this on my inner thigh. And I put it on my inner thighs because I'm trying, for the same reason that I started to get waxing. Because I wanted to, my legs, when I put on weight, my thighs got darker in between that area. Look at me looking. So my thighs got darker in that area and I wanted to get rid of the darkness. So I started to use Nair. Now when I use this Nair, I'm very careful. I do not use, for when I wear glasses, so I do not use the Nair while I'm in the shower, actually taking a shower. I sit on the side of the tub before I get in the shower or anything like that. I still have my panties on, like I'm very specific when I do this because I don't want it to get anywhere that I need to get to by me closing my thighs or moving or anything like that. So I have on this, I wear this, every time I use it, I have these one particular panties that I don't care about what happens to them. So if the Nair gets on them or fades them or whatever it does, I wear these because these one pair of panties, they get really close to everything that I need them to. They're tight. So I put those on so they can hold everything in place. And I Nair in between my legs in my inner thigh or whatever. Get rid of the hair, take care of that, do all of that or whatever. And then after I cleanse that off, done everything I need to do to take care of that, then I get in the shower and I take a shower and everything. So I make sure that all of that is good like that. So hair, I won't be having any hair this summer. Like my private area, I don't get that waxed anymore because like I said, it hurt. So I have like the razor that I have, it has clippers on the bottom side of it. So I take those clippers and I just use the clippers and get, of course, as close of a shave that I can get with the clippers, and it works for me. And then I just go get it, and I'm bald with everything else. So, but after you do that and do all of the shaving or waxing or whatever you need to do to get rid of your hair, then you want to make sure that you go over with some kind of oil, an oil that's okay for you to put down there. For my oil, I use this goddess oil, this yoni oil. The oil has gotten all over the paper, so that's why the paper looks like that. But this is amazing. It smells like lemongrass. I have showed you guys this before. I love this oil, and they have the feminine wash also. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is deodorant. Okay, so I'm very weird with my deodorant, and I have gotten more weird since I'm using the aluminum free deodorants. So the ones that I have been using are these from Secret. Okay, so I love this Secret spray on deodorant, but for one, I use this one because of the scent more so. It smells like cologne to me. It's a lavender scent, but I don't feel comfortable enough to wear this one on its own. And so I use this Secret stick. Now when I put this on by itself, I feel like since it's a spray that it kind of still gives me like a wetness under my armpits, and that bothers me. So I use the stick. Since it's a white stick and it's dry, I put that on first, and then I give it like a couple of sprays of this for the scent. It may be a little obsessive, but it's just how I feel comfortable. Especially now that it's hot, I'm praying that this still works, because if it doesn't, I will be changing it. So this is just what makes me feel comfortable. I have been doing this using this combination for like the last 3 or 4 months, and it works great for me, and it smells really, really good. So with the deodorant and stuff, you probably just have to find what works for you. Some people don't like to use the aluminum free because they say it does not work. I get it, sis. Trust me, I do. But I'm trying to be safe and natural with everything. That's why I use it. These are my old ones, so they're almost gone. So let's see, we'll talk about moisturizing. It's summertime. I know it's hot. I know you may say, oh, I don't want to put all this lotion and everything on because it's hot outside. I'm going to be sweating. But trust me, you are going to need some kind of moisturizer. So I know the EOS has been really popular over the last, we'll say like the winter months. But this is a little thicker. If you want to use this and thin it out, then that is great because it smells really, really good. If you don't have, some people will still use this because, the scent, this one is the Jasmine Peach, and it smells so good. But this is a thicker lotion. I'll probably still wear it sometimes, but it won't be like a daily thing. So for me, you guys already know, one of my favorites is the Dr. Teal's Moisturizing Bath and Body Oil. This is the Cannabis Sativa Hemp Seed Oil. It smells so freaking good. I love this. It's oily. It's an oil, of course, and it's thin. It's not like a heavy feeling oil. So this would be great for the summertime. It's gonna smell good. This will leave your body super duper shiny, and feeling really good. When you can't tell with stuff like this on my skin because I'm so pale. You can kind of see the shine, but I didn't put a lot on it, just a dab. But y'all get it. It smells so, it smells so freaking good. So the next thing I want to show you guys is one of my favorites, and it is perfect for summertime because it's a thinner body cream, and that is the Laura Mercier Almond Coconut Body Cream. You guys know this stuff was really popular last year. It was sold out everywhere because, especially when people were locked up because of COVID. I get locked up, they won't let me out. Because everybody was at home. Even though we couldn't go anywhere, well, I was still working, but people were still ordering stuff. This is the Laura Mercier. It is a thinner body cream, but it is very moisturizing, and it smells so good. When I tell you this cream can be layered with so many different scents, I have layered it with so much, and it smells so good because of y'all know I love almond. I'm a sucker for the almond scent, but just not that. Like, this smells so good, and it feels so good on. You can mix this body cream with so many different perfumes and layer it and smell so good. So that's one of the things we're gonna have to remember, is to layer But you have to layer when you're clean. Before you go outside, let it kind of sit in so that by the time you go outside, you're not like drenching and it falling off of you, because it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be a hot one, y'all. Y'all want to talk about having a hot girl summer? Here you go. Be careful what you ask for. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about, of course, is a perfume. Once you have put your oil and your body cream on, deodorant, done all of those things to your body, then you can't miss it with the perfume. This perfume, I took the top of it like I was gonna spray it. So this is the Dolce & Gabbana Lily. This perfume smells so good. Or whatever. So one thing you want to make sure that you do with your perfume, of course, when you get out of the shower, you put your body oil on, your body cream, whatever you're going to put on. Spray your skin once you have moisturized it with your perfume. Okay, that one is not going to last as long as you want it to. It'll last for a while if you spray it like I spray. I'm an oversprayer because I like for mine to last. So to make sure that it lasts long, you need to spray. And then before you put your clothes on, take your perfume. While your clothes are laying out, spray your clothes. When you put your clothes on, spray them again. Yes, it's a lot. Trust me, you will not be overpowering, because the scents are going to start to like merge together, and your skin scent won't last as long as your clothing scent will. So make sure that you spray your clothes, but be careful with this, because some perfumes that have a couple like body sprays and perfumes that are red. So you don't want to spray red scent on white clothes or something like that. But make sure that you give your clothes a spray also. And of course, I didn't bring it in here, but when you're doing all of this layering also with a body spray or a fine fragrance mist, Bath & Body Works, Victoria's Secret, whatever your choice is, that also goes in this layering to make sure that your scent lasts a very long time. People are always like, no, Nadia, you smell so good, or I still smell you and my whole day has been gone. It's because I layer my scents like this or whatever. Okay, so my camera died, guys, so I had to switch to my phone. Well, it overheated. So I had to switch to my phone. So the next thing that I am going to talk to you guys about with your layering is a hair mist. And the hair mist that I have is Bath & Body Works Midsummer Dream. I say hair mist because you smelling good during the summertime also is from your hair. People don't really think about their hair being clean, or scalp gives off a scent when it is not clean. And I don't know if people think about scalp scent when they think about their body being clean or what your body smells like. Scalp has a scent. You can smell your hair when it's dirty. When my hair is dirty, my forehead starts to get like little heat. They look like heat bumps, but I'll be able to feel them more than you can see them. And I wash my hair once a week, but if I think I want to be grown and let my hair go over for 2 weeks and not wash it, then I will get those bumps. Like right now, my hair has been up for what, 2 or 3 weeks. I haven't gotten them yet or whatever, but my scalp is definitely itchy, so of course it's dry. But you'll start to get like little hair bumps, and then you can, like, if you don't take care of your scalp, then it starts to smell like scalp. So make sure your hair is clean for one, and then you can use a sea salt, this one's a sea salt hair mist, but you can use a hair mist in your hair to make sure that your hair smells good after you wash it. I'm not talking about dirty hair, of course. I'm not talking about us like that wear braids and stuff like that. I'm not washing these twists. Okay, I'm not washing these. I don't wash these. I take them down. I know some people wash their braids or whatever. I don't know. With stuff like that, I like to have a fresh head. So using a hair mist, like we'll say for the fact of in between time, like I haven't been able to wash my hair because I have these locks in it. Well, my scalp never stinks, let's be very clear on that. I will spray my hair to give it like a perfumey scent, you know, in the meantime. One thing that I learned growing up is to clean your scalp. Like for instance, with me having these, I used to take a towel and wipe my scalp with alcohol. I don't know if it's weird. I don't even remember where I got that from, but it works. So if you want to clean your scalp in between time, you can wipe it with your scalp with alcohol. but you have to make sure that you oil your scalp. Your scalp needs to be washed, oiled, and then you can use this. This is not to cover up stink or funk or dirty scalp or stinky scalp or anything like that. It's just to give your hair a good scent in between time while while your hair is done, or even if you're natural, to give it the juices and berry scent, or whatever the case works for you. This is just another option. Rambling. So the next thing, and we're at the end, guys, I want to talk to you guys about is making sure that you're clean during the summer is your teeth. Now my teeth were already, I feel like, pretty white, and they have gotten whiter since I switched my toothpaste or whatever. And I used to use, was it Crest? Toothpaste, I think it's Crest. But lately, for like the last few months, I have been using Colgate. I switched to Colgate Optic White because I felt like Crest wasn't doing anything because I've been using it for years. So I switched to the Colgate Optic White, and I feel like it has whitened my teeth even more than they were. They're not as white, of course, as I would like them to be, but making sure that you brush your teeth, brush your tongue or whatever, and use mouthwash also. Now that ain't got nothing to do with you sweating or whatever, but that goes along with everything with you not smelling or stinking during the summertime. And this is, we're gonna be clean. Everything we're gonna do this summer, we're gonna be clean, okay? Hair, body, mouth, everything clean. To top it all off, to make sure that you're all together and you're moisturized this summer, are your lips, okay? Lips. One thing that I am so surprised about that I actually like, and I wonder why Keelan are so obsessed with these things, these Vaseline lip therapies, these little bitty things. I was going through, when the month was switching over, I would say at the beginning, not the beginning, sometime in April, my lips got really, really cracked. Like, just for no reason, out of the blue, they started cracking, and it does it when the seasons are about to change or when they're switching over, to the point that I could feel the dryness on my lips. And Keelan was like, Mama, use the Vaseline stuff that I was telling you about. So I picked up one while we were in Target one day, and oh my God, I absolutely love them. For one, they are so moisturizing. I can actually feel, like right now, I have on lip gloss, but you can feel these, like when you rub you see how the lip gloss, you kind of have to pull because it kind of has that kind of sticky feeling to it. These do not. Of course, everybody knows Vaseline is slick. So when this is on your lips, it feels so good, guys. I literally have like 4 of these. I keep one in my purse, I keep scratching my nose. I'm thinking somebody talking about you. Jesus Christ, this bitch. But I keep one in my purse. I keep one on the nightstand by the bed. I keep one on my little ottoman stand where I keep my laptop in the living room. And I think I have one at work. I keep one everywhere because I want to be able to get to it at all times when I need it, because they really, really work that well. Last but not least, just to add to the lips, right now I have on this lip gloss, and I love this lip gloss, and it is the Fenty Beauty. This one, it's the clear one, it's called Glass Slipper. These are Fenty Beauty Glass Bombs. This one's called Glass Slipper. I love this lip gloss. I was shocked because one, I rarely spend this much on lip gloss, but I wanted to try it and just get a clear one. And I actually do love it. It smells really good. It's not sticky, but it has the lip glossy feel, but it's not sticky. Like a lot of lip glosses are sticky. This one isn't like sticky. If that makes sense. Alright, so that is the end of this video, guys. I hope that you guys this will help you guys to stay fresh and clean during this hot summer, because it's definitely gonna be a hot girl summer. It's gonna be a hot guy summer because they out here wearing these hoochie daddy shorts already. Like, they are ready to pop out with these shorts. Like, put the legs up. We don't want y'all showing y'all legs. We gonna show ours, not us. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into another video. Before you leave, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.